According to the experts, there are 5 stages in dating. In our search for a future with Jesus, stage 1 calls for attraction. One songwriter claims that he is altogether lovely. Why would you not want somebody like that in your life?
When stage 2 reality kicks in, you need to know that he is dependable. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 3 says, "But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil." This is where most people go their separate ways in a relationship. God is dependable. Are you?
Qualities that you should bring into a relationship would be, first of all, you have to have a level of standard with yourself. You have to know who you are, have a level of development in terms of your goals,
Yes.
your aspirations, your self-development, and you should always have that level of honesty. Don't hold anything back. Be open with your partner, because they require a level of respect from you to know that you have to share certain things with them, that you have to that they have to share with you also, and more or less just don't be half. Take your whole self, than opposed to taking half, because you would only get half of them and you would be hypocritical of yourself to always want more of them when they only can give you what you want or what you bring.
As young men and young women, what do you look for in a person? How would you know that person is the one for you?
Well, I was looking for they have to be educated. They must have some level of intellect towards anything, any social. Like they have to have a foundation in terms of education. Spiritually, they had to be stronger than me, because I was more of the weaker one. So it would assist me if they're stronger than me to continuously push me and not bring me any less of who I was. Personally, I like food, so they had to they had to be able to cook, because I enjoy eating. Knowing how to spend quality time, honest, having level of humility, knowing how to share their feelings and perspectives on things without having to make me feel dumb in terms of wanting to learn something new. Those are a few things that I would see in a possible partner.
So I'm looking for an honest, God-fearing family guy who makes me smile and make sure that he can cook. I need a chef, so when I don't feel to cook, he can cook.
I'm looking for a God-fearing person. He has to be family oriented, because I really talk with my family and all that. And he has to be funny, and he has to cook, because I can't cook.
I'm looking for somebody who loves God, can cook, because I can cook, but he has to can cook too. He has to, have a relationship with his family members. Have to be able to give me my space when needed. And hardworking. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's the word. Ambitious.
I'm not looking.
I'm looking for a nice young lady that loves Jesus.
First of all, God-fearing, because I do plan to get into ministry work later on. Patient. I am not the easiest of persons to deal with. Persons who does small gestures, who likes to give small gifts, because I don't know, I have this tendency to always, when I bake stuff, I always want to feed you, or I go somewhere and I bring you back a chocolate. I want somebody to do that to me, because I don't want it to be one-sided. I want someone who likes cats, because I have a cat, a lovely child. So if they don't like cats, that's out of the question. You gotta go.
Commitment. At this point, you express a desire to be with each other in a committed relationship. Are you ready to make an exclusive commitment with Jesus?
What are some red flags in a potential partner you should not ignore? You don't ready for stretch over my boy? Okay, so for me, potential red flags, people who don't keep promises. I know that you can't possibly keep all promises, but if you just forget all the time and you don't apologize, that is surely a red flag. And another red flag is if they never own up, they never say sorry for anything that they have done. If they find it hard to apologize when they know they're wrong, that as a person you should stay away from.
So possible red flags that you should pay mind to when finding a potential partner would be one, materialism. It is very hard to try to facilitate or cater certain needs for certain people because they're very heavy on wanting and wanting and wanting, than opposed to requiring it as a necessity. Two, lack of communication, having to always formulate an argument, than opposed to having that humility to be able to discuss it. Three, loud. Some things are supposed to be just between you and your partner than opposed to be socially expressed, because again the gadgets and socially acceptable things would always be hindering the relationship with the person. Four, not having a positive or motivating attitude for your partner. It's like things they might have to do to improve or make themselves greater would always seem to have a level of pessimism towards them. They get upset about you wanting to improve yourself. But other than that, I'm gonna call that a conclusion on the red flags because I don't want to irritate nobody.
It's my turn. Okay, I just have two that I think are really important, especially in the earlier stages of a dating relationship. Number one is somebody who tries to move things along too quickly. Like maybe on the first date or in the first week, 2 weeks of knowing this person, and they're already trying to tell you that they love you or planning a future together. They have half the wedding planned out already. There's a lot of crazy right there. Be careful. Another red flag that I think, especially young women, should be really, really careful about this is somebody who tries to isolate you from other people who are in your life. They come into your life and all of a sudden they don't want you to go and hang out with friends. They don't want you to be texting and calling people. The only number you should have saved in your phone is them. Even your family members, they don't want you to be around. Isolation, people who try to isolate you from other people in your life are usually very abusive and controlling. Keep an eye out for that. Either that or they have some crazy trust issues from what they've been through before. And in that case, they need therapy and prayer. But don't try to date to save people. If you see those things, run. Run. Run.
Because they being lazy. They just don't make an effort at all. Yes, they're in a relationship with you. That's the only effort they made to definitely be with you. But I don't know, they just don't do nothing. All they know that they have you and they don't have to do anything else. That's not right. They're just lazy.
Last red flag that I just thought of. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you've never met their friends, you've never met any of their family members, you've never met a work colleague, an associate, somebody that they're familiar with, there's something seriously wrong there. Why are they keeping you away from the people who are supposed to be important to them? That's something that you really have to look out for.
For young women, they should try and see how the guy reacts to his parents. How he treats his mother, and vice versa. The man should see how the young lady treats her mother as well.
Intimacy. God knows all there is to know about me, my faults and my challenges, and He loves me just the same. To get to know Him intimately, all we have to do is study His Word and spend time with Him in prayer.
Finally, engagement. This is where you take a lifelong commitment to Jesus and take it to the next level.
You want the world to know He is everything.
You can't keep quiet about it.
Jesus and I, we are engaged.
So, there you got it. Our Saturday night out. Falling in love with Jesus is the best thing I ever did.